1 in 7 children experience child abuse in the year 2021, stated research done by the CDC. There are more children that experience child abuse, but it went unnoticed because they have yet to report it. In 2021, around 600,000 children experienced neglect, stated the National Children's Alliance. Parental neglect can result in profound consequences, and there are multiple reasons to be charged with parental neglect. Identifying child neglect can save a child's life. Today I'll be telling you about the reasons for being charged with parental negligence, the current penalty for parental negligence in Wisconsin, and how neglect can be identified. Failure to house, clothe, feed, and protect a child are the main reasons for charging a person with neglect. The 2017 Act in Wisconsin 283, written by Melissa Schmidt in 2018, states that a person responsible for the welfare of a person under the age of 18 can be charged with child neglect if they fail to provide necessary care, food, clothing, medical care, shelter, education, and protection from drugs. This act is responsible for forcing higher, more strict penalties for repeated offenses of neglect, preventing severely jeopardizing the physical health of a child. Was the purpose for putting this updated version of the Act into effect on April 18th of 2018. You might be wondering, what does Wisconsin have written for determining the severity and punishment of neglect? Parental neglect can lead to jail time and large fines. These charges often do not offer parole. They also usually result in the loss of custody. According to the website Law Offices of Christopher J. Ciarella, if there is no physical harm done to a child, a Class A misdemeanor is the charge. This can result in about 9 months of prison and up to $10,000 in fines. If there is bodily harm done to the child, a felony offense is charged. This can mean 25 years in prison and up to $100,000 in fines. Depending on how a trial turns out, child custody could be lost. There are two ways between a Class A misdemeanor and a Class D felony. A Class H can result in 6 years of prison and $10,000 in fines. A Class F felony can result in 12 years of jail and about $25,000 in fines. Many child neglect cases involve gray area because there are many different situations and happenings that must have taken place. Child neglect and parental neglect are the same thing. Signs of child neglect can be recognized at school, in the supermarket, and even at home. Knowing what warning signs to look for can help prevent another child from becoming a victim. Recognize, respond, and refer are the 3 R's, according to Nationwide Children's Organization. They recommend relying on when determining if a person is being neglectful. According to the Nationwide Children's Organization, some examples and signs of neglect are excessive crying, truancy, poor hygiene, inability to relate to other children, attention-seeking behavior, lack of energy, and hunger. This is the first R, recognize. The second R, respond, requires adults to remain calm, supportive, and resourceful. Call 911 if the child is in immediate danger. Contacting the local CPS is a method of referring the situation to professionals. A visit with the child's physician may be necessary, so finding another family member who is not being neglectful can help with this. In conclusion, I have explained the reasons and circumstances for being charged with parental neglect, the current penalty in Wisconsin for parental neglect, and how to identify neglect. There are many reasons for being charged with neglect, but many can be seen in public. There are laws to protect children from neglect. Being that there are 5 ways to punish a parent for neglect, there is gray area for a case to work through, according to the Law Offices of Christopher J. Ciarella. Recognizing neglect can overall save a child's life.